Well, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. Nice to meet you again in the seventh or sixth day of Ramadan ya. Depends on when you start ya, karena kita ada perbedaan mulai ya. Jadi sudah masuk ke hari 5 atau hari 6 atau hari ke-7 Ramadan ya. So I think it's okay. We don't have any time to debate it because every starting point has its own dalil ya. Jadi ada dalilnya. Okay, now let's start our meeting. So today we are going to continue our explanation ya, our discussion still on temperature and heat ya. And for today it's about heat transfer ya. Oke, jadi kita akan belajar terkait heat transfer ya. So it's meeting 6 ya, 8 April 2022. Okay, well, so as we know that like I explained in the previous video, yeah, on the last video, there are three kinds of heat transfer, yeah, or in bahasa Indonesia it's called with perpindahan panas. We have three common ways, yeah, to transfer the heat, yeah. So the first one is conduction, ya, atau konduksi, and then the other one is convection, and then the other one, the last one is radiation. Okay. Okay, now let's start to talk about the first kind of conduction, yeah. So in the last video, we talk about the definition, yeah. We talk about the definition of each heat transfers, and now we are focusing ourselves to use the formula, yeah, to use the formula to calculate the heat transfer, ya. Jadi di pertemuan ini kita akan fokus ke perhitungan. Kalau kemarin terkait definisi, ya, sekarang kita perhitungannya. Okay. The first one, it's conduction equation. Okay. The formula of conduction is this one. H equals to minus K times A times delta T, the big T, not the small t, and then divided by delta X. Yeah. Okay. So what is H? Yeah. Apa itu H? So the H is the heat transfer. Yeah. And the unit for the heat transfer is watt. Yeah. Or sometimes joule per second. Yeah. This one is J, yeah. Joule per second. Jadi satuannya kalau tidak watt, kalau tidak watt ya joule per detik ya, atau joule per second. Ini sama saja ya, watt dengan joule per second, itu nama lainnya. So the H is the heat rate ya, the heat that transferred ya, jadi panas yang dipindahkan atau panas yang ditransferkan, itu lambangnya adalah H ya. And then minus K, K is the thermal conductivity ya. So K is thermal conductivity. thermal conductivity, and the unit is watt per meter Kelvin. Yeah. And the thermal conductivity is related to material character. Yeah. So as we know that there are a lot of materials in this world. Yeah, it can be iron, it can be steel, it can be aluminum, yeah, or platinum. Yeah, a lot of materials exist in this world, and every material has their own characteristic. Yeah, and one of the characteristic is thermal conductivity. Ya, jadi thermal conductivity ini adalah sifat material. Jadi kalau material yang berbeda, maka sifat perambatan panasnya pun juga beda ya. Let's say we have two things ya. The first one is let's say iron, let's say ya. And then the other one is rubber. Ya. Kita punya benda, satunya adalah besi, satunya adalah rubber, karet. Yeah, so the thermal conductivity will be different, yeah, because you know that iron is kind of conductive, meanwhile the rubber is kind of material that has characteristic of isolation, heat isolation. Ya, jadi yang satu itu merambatkan panas, yang besinya, sementara yang karet, ya, itu justru malah menghambat panas, ya, atau perpindahan panasnya tidak secepat atau tidak sebaik besi gitu ya. Okay, so the term material character ya is the thermal conductivity is kind of material character. And then A is area or luas penampang ya, jadi areanya. And then delta T is the temperature difference. The unit is Kelvin, yeah. And then the delta X is the thickness of material. Okay. Now let's see on this picture ya. So point 1 and point 2 ya. Ini ada titik 1 dan ini titik 2. On the first point or in the point 1, yeah, the temperature is 40 degrees of Celsius. Meanwhile, on the other side of this wall, the temperature is just 25 degrees of Celsius. Jadi sini 40 derajat Celsius, yang sebelah sini 25 derajat Celsius. Ya. So logically, the heat will transfer because there is a difference of temperature, and the heat will be transferred from the higher temperature to the lower one. Ya, jadi panasnya itu akan tertransfer atau tersalurkan gitu ya, atau bergerak dari yang suhunya tinggi ke yang suhu rendah ya. And then this is the wall ya. Jadi ini adalah dindingnya seperti itu ya. Jadi ini materialnya. And the material has thickness which is delta X ya. Jadi ini apa namanya, thickness-nya adalah delta X ya. And then the area is this one ya. And because the heat is moving from point 1 to point 2 ya, karena panasnya bergerak dari poin 1 ke poin 2, so we claim that the area is this one ya. Jadi karena bergerak dari titik 1 ke titik 2, maka yang dianggap sebagai luas adalah yang ini ya, lebar dikalikan dengan tingginya ya. So this one is the area ya. And as you can see on the screen ya, there are minus sign in the conduction equation ya. So actually the minus sign ya is telling us about the direction of the heat ya. So let me, nah, because the heat transfer is kind of vector ya, jadi karena dia vektor, maka dia ada arahnya, ya, ada minus dan positifnya. Nah, kenapa kok disebut sebagai minus gitu ya? Because in the number line, ya, in the line of number atau di garis bilangan, ya, itu kan kalau kita membuat diagram Cartesius, ya, one, two, oops. Nah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from 1 to point 4, from 1 to 4, we call it with positive, ya. Tapi kalau geraknya ke kiri, dia dianggap sebagai negatif. Nah, the same case, ya, happens in the conduction heat transfer. Ya. As we know that if I have number 25 here, and then this one is 40 degree of Celsius. So when we move from 25 to 40, we claim it with positive, ya, karena dia bertambah gitu ya, dari 25 ke 40 derajat Celcius, itu kan naik jadi positif, ya. Meanwhile, the direction of heat transfer comes from higher temperature to lower temperature, ya. Sedangkan perpindahan panas itu bergeraknya dari yang suhu tinggi ke suhu rendah. Jadi dia gerakannya kebalik gitu ya. Gerakannya bergerak dari yang tinggi ke rendah. Nah, kalau bergerak seperti ini ke arah kiri, itu kan lambangnya negatif. So that's why in the, in the conduction equation there is minus sign, ya, inside the equation. Ya. Okay, so this one is the equation of conduction. Yeah. Okay, now we have so we have example of conduction of or conduction heat transfer. Yeah. Okay, let's read together. What is the rate of heat flow through a glass window that is 2 meter times 3 meters and 1.4 centimeter thick if the outside temperature is 22 degree of Celsius and the inside temperature is 25 degree of Celsius. And the K, which is the material conductivity, is 0.84, yeah, joule per second meter Celsius. Yeah. So joule per second, yeah, can be also written as W. Ya, jadi J per S ini kan tadi sama ya, watt. Nah, jadi ini J per S ini bisa diganti dengan watt. And also in this place, ya, in this case, ya, the Celsius can also be convert into Kelvin, ya. Tapi hanya yang di sini, karena yang di sini harus tetap dikonversi ke dalam Kelvin, ya. Sementara yang ini kan hanya lambang saja. Dia tidak harus C, nggak apa-apa, tidak harus K, nggak apa-apa, boleh C. Tapi kalau ini R atau F, ya, itu nggak boleh. Jadi kalau ada bla 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 per C atau bla 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 per K, itu dianggap sama. Okay, now let's see the wall composite. So the formula is this, yeah. H is minus K, yeah. So minus K is 0.8, yeah. So I write down the minus 0.8, and then the area, which is the 2 times 3 meter. So the area is 6 meter square, yeah. So I put 6 here, and then the delta T, which is the temperature difference. So this one is T luar, ya, temperatur di luar, or I will make it T out. T out 22 degree of Celsius. So we convert it into Kelvin. So we have 275 Kelvin. And then this one is suhu di bagian dalam or T in. Yeah. And the temperature inside of the wall is 25 degree of Celsius. So if we convert it into Kelvin, we got 298 Kelvin. Nah. Okay, so the delta X is 298 minus 295. Yeah, so we got 3 Kelvin. Yeah. So this one minus this one. And then we got 3 Kelvin. Yeah. So we put 3 Kelvin on this side there. 3 Kelvin. And then the delta X is the thickness of the wall. So it is 1.4 centimeter, and we have to convert it into meter. Yeah. So we got 1.4 times 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. Yeah. So we put this one into this one. And you can use your calculator and you will get the heat transfer of this case here. So I left it blank, yeah, so you can just try it by yourself. Okay. Okay, now after this, we are going to talk about convection, but before I continue it, I will open some questions you have. So please, if you have any question, you can just open your microphone, or you can just write it down on the chat room. Yeah. So I will wait you for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so I think you don't have any questions, so let's continue to discuss about convection. Yeah. Okay, so in the convection, the formula is this one. Yeah. And the symbol of convection is Q. Yeah, but you can use other symbols actually. In some books, yeah, it is Q, small q, and then in some other books, it is also written by H, yeah, the big H, yeah, or this one, yeah, theta. But actually, it's okay. The only thing is you have to be persistent in using the symbol, ya. Jadi kalau menggunakan H ya H terus, H besar terus. Kalau pakainya Q kecil ya Q kecil terus gitu ya. Oke. Okay, so please don't worry if you have if you found different symbols, yeah, to represent the convection or maybe to represent the conduction. Yeah, it's okay. It can be H, it can be everything. But the main point is you have to be always persistent in use the symbol. Yeah. Okay, let's say we use the symbol Q, the small q. Jadi kita anggap kita untuk konversi menggunakan Q kecil ya. Okay. And the formula is H, small h, yeah, times area, and then times the difference temperature between the wall and the free stream, yeah, because the convection is dealing with moving fluid, ya. Jadi karena kalau perpindahan konveksi itu kan melibatkan fluida yang bergerak. Yeah. So we have the T wall, ya, kita punya temperatur suhu dinding atau tempat di mana kita memanaskan sesuatu. Sementara the TA is about the free stream fluid temperature ya. Jadi karena ada fluida yang bergerak ya dan fluidanya memiliki suhu gitu ya. Nanti kan akan terjadi perpindahan suhu secara konveksi. Where the K is heat transfer rate ya. And then the H is convective heat transfer coefficient. Ya. This one is H. And then the A is surface or exposed area. Ya, jadi ini A adalah area tempat fluida itu mengalami kontak. Ya. So let's say we have you have pipe here. Let's say this one is pipe. Yeah. Now, let's say the blue line is water. Yeah, the water is moving from point this to point this. Nah, and then we have temperature wall here, well temperature ya. Jadi ini adalah di tabungnya itu ada panas gitu ya. Jadi tabungnya itu sudah punya suhu tertentu gitu ya. Entah suhu dipanasi atau suhu terkena matahari pasti ada suhunya pipanya gitu ya. And then the moving water has TA ya, temperature of water ya, dia bergerak. Nah, kemudian ada convective heat transfer coefficient ya, punyanya air ya. And then the surface area ya, lambangnya adalah E ya. Jadi EA itu adalah ini kan ada bagian air yang mengenai pipa ya. Nah, pipa yang terkena air bagian dalam itu kan ada luasannya. So the area inside of this pipe, ya, the area of exposed area, jadi luas yang terkena karena mungkin ada kan beda ya ketika airnya setengah pipa dengan airnya penuh pipa ya. Kalau setengah pipa ya berarti yang terkena hanya bagian bawahnya saja. Tapi kalau misalnya di pipanya penuh, artinya full air yang mengalir, ya berarti area yang terkena ya itu adalah semuanya, ya semua bagian dalam itu terkena. Ya, so that is the area. Okay, so it's about the convection, ya. But unfortunately, I don't have example of convection, yeah. So I think you can just find yourself about the example of convection. Yeah. Okay, now let's talk about for the radiation. Nah, radiation. Okay. So in this, in the book, yeah, the book that I distribute to you on this Scholarly, yeah, the symbol to represent radiation is P, yeah. Yeah. So we have a lot of symbols for heat transfer, yeah. We have big H, yeah, and then we have small q, and now for the radiation we have the big P, yeah. But the unit is always the same, yeah. It is watt, yeah, the big W or joule per second, ya. Jadi simbolnya macam-macam ya, konveksi ada Q kecil, kemudian konduksi ada H besar, sementara untuk radiasi ada P besar ya. Tapi nggak masalah, yang namanya heat transfer itu satuannya pasti watt atau joule per second ya. So whatever the symbol is, yeah, the units for the heat transfer is watt or the joule per second. Yeah. Okay. T equals to small e. So what is E? So E is called with emissivity. Yeah. And the range for emissivity is start from 0 to 1. Ya, jadi E itu emissivity dan dia angkanya itu dari 0 sampai 1. If the material has zero emissivity, has zero emissivity, so the material is not good to radiate heat. Yeah. Meanwhile, if the material has emissivity of 1, so we can conclude that the material is very good in radiating heat. Ya. Jadi kalau misalnya nilai E itu adalah 0, berarti materialnya tidak bagus dalam meradiasikan panas. Ya. Sementara kalau emisivitas atau emissivity-nya 1, dia semakin bagus ya, untuk meradiasikan panas. And if let's say the emissivity is 0.5, we can conclude that it's a half good and half bad of heat radiating heat ya. Jadi kan nilainya 0 sampai 1, nanti ada 0,1, 0,5, 0,8 ya. Intinya semakin ke 0 semakin buruk, semakin ke 1 makin bagus ya. And the information of emissivity is something that you don't have to memorize ya. Jadi tidak perlu diingat-ingat ya, karena emissivitas itu adalah sifat dari material. Ya. And then the sigma, so sigma is called with Stephen Boltzmann constant. Jadi sigma ini adalah tetapan atau konstanta yang dinamakan sebagai konstanta Stephen Boltzmann ya. Because this guy because this guy is the founder, was the founder of this constant ya. Jadi kalau ya biasalah biar menghormati orang yang menemukan ya, maka rumus atau tetapannya itu menggunakan tetapan nama orang tersebut. And the constant is 5.67 times 10 to the power of minus 8 watt per meter square times Kelvin to the power of 4. Jadi, nah kalau ini dihafal nggak apa-apa, karena angkanya tetap. Jadi kalau konstanta Stephen Boltzmann, itu angkanya 5,67 kali 10 pangkat min 8. And then, next is the A, which is the surface area. Yeah. So if the object is, let's say, a cube, yeah. So we have to find how to. So this one is cube, let's say. So the surface area must be the surface area of cube, yeah. And if you have ball, yeah, so the surface area is also surface area of ball, yeah. And then T is the object's temperature, yeah. And higher temperature, yeah, it means that the higher rate of radiation, ya. Jadi semakin panas suhu suatu benda, ya, maka dia akan cenderung untuk meradiasikan panas lebih tinggi, ya. Let's say as an example is the sun, ya. As we know that the temperature is of the sun can be from 1,000 to million degree of Celsius. Ya, jadi suhunya itu dia dari ribuan, ya, di permukaannya itu ribuan derajat, ke dalamnya itu sampai jutaan derajat Celcius. Ya. And because of the super high temperature, so the heat can reach us. Ya, jadi karena suhunya tinggi, maka radiasi panasnya sangat luar biasa sehingga sampai pada planet bumi. Gitu ya. Nah, okay, now let's talk about the example. Ya. The example of the radiation. Ya. So a sphere, ya, sphere is a ball, ya, jadi bola. And the value of E or the emissivity is 0.42, ya. Jadi emisivitasnya adalah 0,42. Of radius 25 cm is at 27 degree of Celsius, ya. Jadi ada bola, kemudian radiusnya atau jari-jarinya adalah 25 cm dan suhu dari bola itu adalah 27 derajat Celcius, ya. It's placed in a room with a temperature of 2 degree of Celsius. Nah, dia diletakkan di ruangan dengan suhu 2 derajat Celcius. And the question is A, what is the rate of heat energy leaving the sphere? Jadi pertanyaan yang A itu adalah berapa panas yang diradiasikan atau dikeluarkan oleh bola tersebut. Itu yang pertama. Nah, yang nomor B, what is the rate of heat energy entering the sphere? Karena dia diletakkan di sebuah ruangan dengan suhu 2 derajat Celcius, maka selain benda atau bola tersebut memancarkan panas, maka dia juga menerima panas dari ruangan. Itu ya. And then for the number C, what is the net rate of heat energy for the sphere? Because as I mentioned before, the ball has temperature, so it means that the ball is radiating the heat. At the same time, the ball is placed in a room with the temperature of 2 degree of Celsius. So beside radiating the heat, the ball is also receiving heat. Ya. Jadi karena dia punya panas atau punya suhu, maka dia meradiasikan panas. Ya. Tapi juga menyerap. Nah, nanti mana ini? Lebih banyak memancarkan atau lebih banyak menyerap? Yeah, so that is the question for the number C. And the question for number D, I will not explain this now because I think it will be for your mid test question, ya. Jadi yang nomor D ini nanti saya akan munculkan di ujian tengah semester. Tapi tentunya dengan soal yang berbeda, gitu ya. Okay, now let's find the solution for point A. The rate of heat energy leaving the sphere. Yeah. So firstly we have to write down the equation P equals to E theta times A, and then the T to the power of 4, and I put SP here. It means a sphere. Ya. Jadi ini adalah suhu dari bola. Ya. We put E, which is 0.42. And then the sigma is Stefan Boltzmann constant, and then A is the surface area of the ball, so you can use the formula of sphere surface area, which is 4 times P times reduced to the power of 2. So you put all the information and you will get the surface area of the ball is 0.785 meter square. Jadi ini adalah luas permukaan dari bola yang tadi kita bahas. Okay, so you put all the information and you will get the value of the heat transfer. Jadi kita menemukan informasi dari heat transfer of radiation-nya. Jadi kita punya angka, gitu ya, angka radiasinya. And I will not calculate it by myself, so you can try by yourself, ya. Jadi silahkan dicoba sendiri. And let's say the result of this calculation will be X watt, ya. Jadi misalnya hasilnya adalah X watt. gitu ya. So that is for A answer ya. And then for B ya. What is the rate of heat energy entering the sphere? Karena dia masuk ke bola ya. Berarti kan ada yang memberikan. Nah, yang memberikan ini radiasi dari mana? Nah, yang memberikan ini adalah radiasi dari ruangan gitu ya. So we put the equation first ya. P equals to E. You can just put the equation again, but for the T we use the temperature of room ya. Jadi suhunya itu kita masukkan suhu ruangan ya. So the E is also the similar 0.42, and then the Stephen Boltzmann constant is also the same, and then for the area is also the same, but for the T we use the temperature of room, which is 2 degrees of Celsius yeah. And if we convert 2 degrees of Celsius into Kelvin, we got 275 Kelvin yeah. So we put this one into this yeah, and you do the calculation with your own calculator, and let's say we get the answer for point B is Y ya. Jadi misalnya ini sudah dihitung, maka ditemukan nanti jawabannya adalah Y gitu ya. Nah, we done for number A and also we done for number B, and now we take for the number C ya. What is the net rate of heat energy for the sphere ya. Jadi kita ditanya kira-kira sudah memancarkan berapa, menyerap berapa, nanti sisanya berapa gitu ya. So we put the net energy yang dipancarkan ya, or radiated, and then the heat transfer of yang diserap ya, or the received heat ya. So this one is the received ya. Okay, so we put X into this one, and then we put Y into this one, and we'll get something watt yeah. Okay, yeah, so this one is for the example of radiation, and I hope you can understand yeah. Okay, okay, now for the next topic is about composite wall, but I think this composite wall will be delivered to you on the next meeting yeah, on the last session before mid test. And for now the topic is finish ya for the day ya. Jadi udah selesai karena emang tinggal sedikit. Karena kalau saya bahas yang ini nanti besok nggak ada bahan gitu ya untuk saya ngajar. Okay, so I think it's enough for today ya. So we finish at this point yeah. So we have learned about conduction, and then also we learned about convection yeah, and also we have learned about radiation. And for the next meeting we are going to learn about heat transfer in composite wall ya, atau dinding komposit. Okay, before I close our Zoom today, so do you have any question? If you have any question, please turn on your mic, or you can just put your question into the chat room. Okay, well, I think so. You don't have any question. So thank you for your attendance for today class, and good luck for your Ramadan. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks, sir.
Okay.